The first episode opens in the city of Firenze, Italy in 1348, where the Black Plague caused many people to perish. Their bodies get dumped into the river. The prominent families plan to travel to the countryside villa outside Florence to avoid the catastrophe. Pampinia watches a man weeping on the street as his wife has died. She asks her servant Misia if her betrothed will love her as much, thinking she might be in for a rude awakening. In the next room, Filomena's father is dying from the plague. She refuses to let her servant Lecisca tend to him and orders her to brush her hair instead. Just then, Filomena receives an invitation from her father's cousin to stay at his countryside Villa Santa. Filomena is eager to flee the pestilence-ridden city, even when Lecisca pleads with her not to leave her father high and dry. Tindaro wonders why his uncle wants him to go to the villa. He tells his personal doctor Dionio that he'd rather stay in the city. Dionio assures him that there will be plenty of unwed women at the villa, who may raise his spirits, thinking Tindaro might find a silver lining. Nephile and her husband Pamphilo are also traveling to the countryside villa. She believes that the plague is a test from God, so she decides to remain as holy as possible. Pampinia arrives at Villa Santa and is welcomed by Cirisco, the steward. Pampinia is sad to learn that her future husband Viscount Leonardo isn't there to greet her. In truth, Pampinia's future husband has kicked the bucket due to the plague. Pampinia settles in and puts her touches on her future home. Misia and Cirisco get into a heated argument over who runs the estate, each thinking they call the shots. Filomena wakes Lecisca, lying that her father is dead. She's eager to leave as she wants to find a husband. On the way to the villa, they have an argument over bread, prompting Lecisca to push Filomena over the bridge. When she doesn't emerge, Lecisca resumes her journey to the villa on her own, thinking Filomena has bitten the dust. She then glams up, pretends to be Filomena, and meets the other guests. Cirisco gives everyone the grand tour of the walking gardens. Dionio is attracted to Lecisca, and the two have a chat. He invites her to talk with him the next day, hoping to get to know her better. Nephile vents to her husband Pamphilo, as she didn't like that the other guests laughed at her for praying. Pamphilo comforts her. It turns out the couple has an arrangement to remain celibate. As they look out the window, they start lusting after a shirtless Dionio. Dionio and Lecisca go for a walk in the garden. He compliments her, saying she's a vision in the light. Tindaro joins them, and when Lecisca calls him handsome out of kindness, he starts reading too much into it, thinking he'll make congress with her that night. Dionio feels jealous and resorts to poisoning Tindaro to make him sick. That evening, the guests attend a welcome dinner. Pampinia is still waiting for Viscount Leonardo to be there. Nephile and Lecisca sense that Pampinia is nervous to meet her future husband, and assure her that she has everything to offer the man. She confides in them that she is 28, but they remind her that she is beautiful and rich, hoping to put her mind at ease. The guests have dinner, and later Lecisca sits on Dionio's knee. A jealous Pamphilo doesn't like it and asks Lecisca to let the doctor rest. He then warns her to divulge her secret unless she pursues Tindaro instead. She reminds him that they're all gonna die and brushes off his warning. Misia brought her lover Parmina in a barrel of ale. Parmina is sick, and when Misia checks up on her later, she finds her dead. She dumps her girlfriend in the gardens and sees the body of Leonardo. Cirisco makes a pact with her. He won't tell she brought the pestilence to the villa, and Misia will not tell that Leonardo is dead. Sometime later, armed bandits barge into the villa, and chaos erupts. Lecisca notices that one of them has the pestilence pox on his neck, so she attacks him repeatedly with the peacock head, shocking the guests. Then there is a knock at the door. Pampinia assumes it is Leonardo, but Filomena turns up with blood on her mouth, looking like she's been through the ringer.